Hey coin collectors, Dan the Collecting Man here. Today I'm doing the unboxing and close-up review of the Royal Australia Mint's Lunar horse. So it's another one that's in the series and it's starting to become a really nice series that a lot of people actually really do like. So I'm definitely glad that I have the series to date. It'll be very interesting to see if they do a series 2 of the Lunar, or they're just going to finish series 1. So well packaged from the Royal Australia Mint. So as we can see here, we've got the Lunar Year of the Horse. So 2026 coin with King Charles on the obverse. I really love the obverse here, and I'll go into a little bit more detail in a minute. But let's look at this side first. So as we can see here, we've got a nice clean imagery of a horse. It's nice to see it in person compared to the pictures, because initially when I saw it, and I still do think these flowers here, the way that they've got the proof-like finish, they kind of pop out a little bit more than the horse itself. That's probably my only feedback, but it is consistent if you look at the rest of the series, where they've got the flowers or whatever they've got in the background is a proof-like finish, where the animal itself is frosted, and then you've got the Chinese character for Year of the Horse there with 1 Oz 3/9 fine silver. They also come in a gold edition. So the mintage on these are 50,000, so quite accessible. They don't sell out. So compared to the Perth Mint's Lunar series, the horse, the 1 ounce is in the hundreds of thousands, and that sells out within a month. The Royal Australian Mint's ones definitely don't go as fast. Like, you can still now buy the Year of the Snake on the Royal Australian Mint website. Where the Perth Mint, I think it's 200,000 or 300,000 off the top of my head. They sell out within a month, so definitely very different in demand, but this is more for Australian market, where the Perth Mint is worldwide. But I still like it how it's consistent across the series, how they've got the same kind of imagery there, but obviously the Chinese character kind of moves in a different position year on year, so that's kind of like it circles around, which is a cool little feature and something a little bit unique and different. The horse itself, the imagery, like I said, it's a nice clean imagery of a horse. It's not cartoonish or anything else like that, and I've had a lot of feedback that people do enjoy it. So the key thing that I really like about this series is the obverse, where they've got the actual calendar that goes around the top. So every year, the animal at the top will be that year. So as you can see here, we've got the horse at the top, we've got the snake on the left there, and the dragon, and goes on from the very start. So we know next year we've got the Year of the Goat over there, which is pretty cool. Then the monkey, rooster, cow, and so on. So it's really cool how they've kind of got that on there with King Charles, as we can see here. First Royal Australian Mint coin for 2026. It's a $1 denomination with King Charles. So the quality of it looks really, really good. So from a quality aspects point of view, I think it's really good. I think you'll see this one probably being a little bit more popular than the Year of the Snake. I think not many people are fans of snakes in general, so I don't know if many people are going to like that, but still to get cool to get one of those. But the snake and the head and everything else, I don't know if people like the design. I did like the foliage and how that one stands out a little bit more than the horse, I have to be honest. But I think the horse is pretty cool. Let's compare it and go through some of the other ones that they've had in this series so far. So the dragon, probably the most popular and most collectible. I like it with the clouds in this one, and it's a really nice looking dragon. So this one had Queen Elizabeth, the memorial years of reign. So definitely having the dragon with Queen Elizabeth on there, I think, is a really, really nice tie-in. And then we've got the rabbit. Probably not as collectible, but some people might like the rabbit. I do like this one with the foliage. Looks nice and neat. And then we go into probably what is the most second collectible one, which is the Year of the Tiger. And really, really nice clean image there of the tiger with the foliage there standing out. This one I do like. I think it's probably one of the best ones out of the lot for me from a design point of view. Then we've got the ox down here, which is a pretty cool one. I like it with the warden, actually. It's really cool. And then we have the first one in the series, which is probably the one that has the highest premium here, is the rat. So some have the Year of the Rat and some have the Year of the Mouse. So very different compared to the both mints, what they do. But this one here with the plants there, this one probably doesn't stand out as much, but this is the first one. You're looking at around $125 plus to get this one now. given that how many people are trying to get the first one in this series and go back. So definitely people are following up the series. So it's a nice one, and they all look consistent, which is cool. So I think it's going to be a nice series once it all gets together. So comparing it to what the Perth Mint have done, so it's a very different style. This is a lot more of an actual scene, where this is just a horse with some random foliage in there. This one has an actual scene in there. You can see the quality difference from the Perth Mint one as well. The frosting and everything else on this one is absolutely spot on. The Perth Mint, from a silver bullion point of view, are world leaders, and you can see why in the quality. I like how the Chinese character and everything else just ties in nice and neatly. But it's the obverse that I prefer, the Royal Australian Mints one. They definitely do a really nice obverse. Key difference there, obviously you've got a bigger King Charles, and you've got a 4 9s fine silver instead of 3 9s. I mean, I'm pretty sure this would be actually graded at 3 9s, at 4 9s anyway. So it doesn't make any difference. But I like it how the horses on this one pop out that little bit more, where they don't pop out being the frosted on this one. So that's probably my key takeout on this one. I do compare the Perth Mint one. But one thing we're also missing, and we haven't seen yet, is the Royal Australian Mint normally do a domed proof edition of that one. So that's one thing that comes out. I've only ever got the one, which is the dragon, because I know it's going to be quite collectible. And this one, the animal does stand out a lot more because it's frosted, but the background is proof. So you can see that one, if I compare it to the actual dragon itself, you can see how this one here, the animal itself stands out a lot more. And the calendar as well. Look at that actually stands out. I actually don't mind the frosted one on this one, but it's on this side. So you can see how it's a domed coin. So you can see how it's kind of shaped as domed. They're not as collectible, not as many people. I think there's 7,500 of these minted, but it's something, like I said, we haven't seen yet for the 2026 edition. We've seen the $1 and 50-cent coins being released already as well, but we haven't seen the domed edition. So I'll be surprised to see if we do see it or not. And also got the PNCs that normally come out in February as well for the lunar year. But I think this will be probably the third most collectible one, because a lot of people do like horses as an animal. So you'll get a lot of people that are just horse lovers that will want to get a horse coin. So you'll probably see this one being slightly more collectible than some of the other ones in the series. But definitely the dragon is always number one, and the tiger is probably an easy number two. So these are the three most collectible animals in the series. So it'd be pretty cool to see what you think. I'd love to know in the thoughts if it's something you're going to get, if it's a series you're collecting. I'm definitely going to keep it, because obviously I collect that and the Perth Mint edition, and it's always good to add some silver, especially with silver going up so much. So it cost me $70 to get this, which wasn't too bad, with silver being at $62. The premium on top of it wasn't too bad, where this one was, I think, $72, so only $2 extra. But you do pay a little bit more for the Perth Mint ones, because they're a little bit more collectible. So hopefully you enjoyed this and you like the unboxing and you like the coin. Give us a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Make sure you do subscribe to Dan the Collecting Man to stay up to date and see all the unboxings and all the cool videos that we've got coming up in the next couple of months. And as always, thanks so much for watching and joining the coin collecting community. I'll catch you in my next video. Dan.